Hi everyone. Until yet I have read 20 chapters of my novel Farishta. So today I am going to read the 21st chapter of my novel Farishta. So let's begin. After complete security checkup, they brought me to another place. I came out from that jail kind of place. I saw blue sky from that jail kind of place. But I was thinking that I am seeing the blue sky through jail. Now they brought me at such a place where there was open space. Weather was nice. It, in the morning there was strange kind of gluiness, stickiness in the weather, but now it wasn't. So like this, one security guard handed me over to another security guard. I started walking behind him. After passing through stairs, we entered in a room. They searched me again. Then we entered in a big hall. There were a lot of people, women, men, kids, black, white, yellow, human beings. The height of that hall must have been 20 feet. There were lot of wooden benches. There were lot of wooden benches in the hall. There was a big TV which was hanged on the wall. The match between Senegal and Sweden was ended. I already asked security guard who was the winner. Senegal won from Sweden by 2-1. Now everyone was watching match between Ireland and Spain. I started observing hall. The place where I entered, there was another entrance. I saw inside there were bathrooms. Next to it, there was a kitchen. On both sides of the hall, there was vending machines where there were drinks and snacks. I had only 2 Swiss coins, Swiss francs, and security guard sealed them in a plastic bag. There were windows everywhere in the hall. Some of them were open and some of them were closed. The windows were big and high. European people call them, these kind of windows, French windows. There were 4 ceiling fans and their voice was creating strange noise. A boy was standing next to me. He was staring at me very badly. That what I'm doing. At last he couldn't stop himself and asked me, "Where you from?" I said, "I'm from Pakistan." Then I asked him, "Where you from?" He said, "I'm from Angola." This was the beginning. I saw a football match for a while. It was some knockout round. It was some knockout round. So I wasn't interested watching this match. After passing few moments, I went to the door, which was towards small garden. I passed through that door and entered in that garden. It wasn't garden, it was grass on the ground, but that had yellow color, and they called it garden. There was strong iron grill around that small garden kind of place, but you can see through this iron grill. From here I saw open sky and that stinky smelly brook which was on my way while I was coming here was very close to this place. I was able to see dirty water in that small stinky brook. Many plastic bags, empty bottles and boxes were floating. A lot of people were here. Everyone selected a place. I selected one place and sat there. People from every continent, people from every continent were here. Asia, Africa, European poor countries, Russia. I thought of Michael Jackson's song, We Are the World, We Are the Children. Where I was sitting, the signboards on the road were visible. One road was going upward, and other road was a ring road. There were different signboards. It was written on them, Frauenfeld, Zurich, etc. The railway line was very close to our cage kind of place. Kreuzlingen railway station signboard was visible. There wasn't a lot of traffic on the road. One reason must be football match. They were busy watching football match. And the second reason was it was Sunday. Outside our cage kind of garden, there was one security guard who was watching us, what we were doing. I didn't realize what time it was. I heard uproar of some lady. She was saying, dinner time. It was 6 o'clock in the evening. I thought it's too early because in summertime sun sets very late. Today was 16th June, so until 22nd June, days would be longer and nights would be shorter. In these areas of Europe, sun sets at 8:30 to 9:30 in the evening. Sometimes things are visible until 10:30 in the evening. Anyway, we had to obey her order. All of us went towards table for the dinner. The lady who asked us for the dinner, she shouted once again, make a queue, take your plate, one fork and knife and spoon, and wait for your turn. Make a queue, take your plate, one fork, knife and spoon, and wait for your turn. And then get food in your plate. I will give you food in same quantity. When you finish it, if you need more, you can come again, I will give you more. We followed her instructions and made a queue. She shouted again, women and kids in a separate queue. We did it according to her order. I was the last person in men's queue. 3 people were distributing food here. 2 women and 1 man. The lady who came to wake me up in the morning and gave me breakfast. Then she brought me lunch as well. She wasn't among them. One of the lady must be 50 years old. She was very rude and she had golden hair. She was wearing apron on her dress. Other girl was young, must be around 22 or 25. She had very sweet voice. She was staring us like we are from other planet. I was last person in the queue. I was observing everything. Now people were taking food in the plates and were coming to those long wooden benches where few moments before they were sleeping and sitting. I was the last person, so my turn was last. That rude lady put something in my plate, then I moved forward, and then that young and slim girl gave me an apple and same Swiss bread, which they call it broad. At one corner, a slim boy was standing. Next to him, there were lots of jugs. I asked him, what is inside? He said, green tea. I took my plate, placed apple and broad, and came to those long benches and sat there. The food which was in my plate was mixture of many things. When I took first morsel, it, it tasted like egg. I didn't know what it was. I didn't even want to know. When you are hungry, you don't care what you are eating. I was thankful to them that I had food. In front of me, a lady was forcing her child to eat. I think she was from some Islamic country. She was putting food in her mouth and shouting, but I think that kid didn't like the taste of food. That's why she wasn't eating. Suddenly that rude lady came who was serving food. She saw all this and shouted, "In Switzerland, we eat food and finish it and clean our plate. We don't leave food in the plate." That lady said, "But she is little. She doesn't like the food. That's why she is not eating." That lady said, "Then you eat it and finish it." Finally, that lady ate that food and cleaned the plate. The lady who was serving, I rather say distributing us food, she said something in German language, but we didn't get what she was saying. All of us thought that she said something bad about us. It could have been possible. What she said wasn't bad. I had my food, you can say just filled my belly. I cleaned the plate with small piece of cloth and placed the plate in that trolley where other plates were. I placed the glass and empty. I placed the glass in empty tray. I took green tea like water. It was tasteless, even though I added a lot of sugar in it just to have better taste. After doing all this, I went to vending machine where you insert coins and have things. I was looking at machine in a greedy way, although I didn't have even a single penny. All of a sudden, someone placed hand on my shoulder. I turned myself to see that Angolan boy was standing behind me. He asked me, "Would you like to have coffee?" I said, "I don't have money." "You don't need to worry." He inserted 80 centimes in machine slot. Many names were written on the machine screen. He pressed cappuccino's button. In a blink of eye, a white plastic glass fell from the machine and some blackish thing came out from the machine. Then some whitish thing as well. Finally, it appeared on the machine screen. "Cappuccino is ready." I took cappuccino's cup. It was very dark and there was small plastic stick in it to mix sugar. I mixed the sugar and started enjoying cappuccino. While I was drinking cappuccino, I thanked that Angolan boy. He said, "It's all right. There's no need to say thanks." I had cappuccino because I had great desire to have cup of tea. When I finished my cappuccino, I went to that small cage-like garden. I didn't speak with anyone, but most of the people were looking at me. One guy was from some African country, most probably from Nigeria, but I wasn't sure from where he was. He was tall and fat. He was busy talking with some lady. That lady must be in her late 50s. She seemed like Sri Lankan, maybe Indian. Both of them were talking about Bible's chapter, Genesis. At one corner, a fat guy was carrying his wife's hand. I think they were from some European country. A boy and a girl were sitting on yellowish grass patch, and they were busy in their world. To cut it short, in this small cage-like garden, there were people from everywhere, and all of them were speaking different languages. Some of them were some of them were called to help in the kitchen. Some of them were asked to clean the hall. Some of them went to clean the toilets, and some of them were ordered to clean this small cage-like garden. Where we were sitting, when we did all this, outside this building, a blue van came. Security guard started announcing our names loudly. That blue van was good enough for 10 or 12 people. We must be around 80 to 90. He announced 10 names, and they went hurriedly towards van and sat inside. According to my assessment, it was to shift us to some other place. This van must come and go 10 to 12 times. Every day, 10 to 15 new people used to come. I saw many nationalities, but I didn't see any person from Japan, America, Australia, or European Union country. Thank you very much. I hope you like my video. Like my video, subscribe my channel, press the bell icon. See you next time. Thank you very much.